I am a sucker for a gadget, and I've always wanted one of these. I'm really, really pleased I've finally got my hands on a Loupedeck Plus. Ta-da! So if you don't know what a Loupedeck is, it's basically an editing console. It plugs into your computer. And it's just supposed to speed up your workflow, make things a lot easier if you're doing massive amounts of editing, like weddings or events or some product shoots or whatever. You've got loads of images to go through. These are supposed to be really, really good. So this is just going to be a first impressions video. Obviously, I've never touched one of these in my life. I do not know what I'm doing with it. Right? So this is going to be as honest as it gets. No, I'm not sponsored by Loupedeck. They only sent me this because I paid them for it. Right? So yeah, this could be a first impressions. Just open the box, see what's in it, and see how we go. All right. Give me a few minutes to play with it. I've already set you have to download some software for Lightroom Classic. So I've already installed that. So give me a few minutes to have a play with it, get it up and running, and I'll see you in a second. Right, we're all set up. I've had a quick go. I've literally plugged it in. I've downloaded the software off the Loupedeck website. That was very easy. All went swimmingly. Everything's up and running, dead easy. So I've chucked a few images in Lightroom. So I thought we'd have a quick edit, quick play. Obviously, I do not know what I'm doing with this thing. So yeah, this is going to be embarrassing, but I imagine if you just bought one, you'd probably be in the same position as me now. So what we'll do is we'll go through, we'll work out what the custom features are, work out what we like, what we don't like, and yeah, see how easy it is to edit a few photographs. So in Lightroom, we've got two photographs. We've got one which I'm going to turn black and white and edit that, and then this one which is going to be a colour image. So we'll see how well we get on with it as well. Initial thoughts are, it's really, really nice. Love the layout. I can see everything dead clearly, but because I'm using a Mac for all my other work, I'm used to Mac keyboards. So I'm used to these buttons, and the only thing I'm finding is it's like a Windows keyboard, I suppose, with the type of keys that they use. But I know why they've done it. It's because obviously the muscle memory is going to be easier to find and feel the keys and everything like that. So yeah, I get that. But yeah, it just feel like a Windows keyboard. But these dials and everything are really, really nice, and yeah, everything seems to be really, really nice. I'm happy with that. It does feel really nicely made. I just wish it was wireless. I think for 200 quid it should be wireless, but I do really, really like it, and yeah, so far so good. Anyway, let's have a go. Right, obviously we're trying not to use the laptop at all. Just try and do as much as I can just using the Loupedeck. So let's turn this black and white. There's a button here that says color black and white. So there you are, that's that black and white. We'll point out there are a lot of, it's pretty much set up perfectly actually, because at the top, if I clear that, if I undo that, at the top here, they've actually put profiles in, shortcuts. None of the ones I'd use, but they are there. I mean, that's fantastic already, isn't it? So that's reset the whole thing. It's gone down to reset. I don't know how to reset on the key on there yet. And let's try and turn this black and white. So there we go, black and white. There we go, black and white. Exposure. Let's lift the exposure up, and let's drop the shadows because I know I like the shadows being down on my black and whites. On this picture, let's drop the blacks on this picture as well. Get a nice moody. Lift the whites up, and bring the exposure back up again. And let's crop him as well. Bring the crop in. So let's press that, and then I remember I've seen loads of videos that you just twist that, and then you can move him around there like that. Cool. So let's zoom in a bit more. There you are. Fantastic. I think that's about right. Okay, that with that. Brilliant, straightforward. Lift the whites up a touch. See, you can actually see them on the thing, on the display there. So you can edit this full screen. If we go full screen mode there, you could obviously edit it like that, which is really nice if you know what you're doing. But I like to be able to see my histogram and everything and see what my sliders are doing. So I'm going to leave it like this for now. So let's bring the exposure up a touch more. There you are, fantastic. So you can see exactly what I've done to the image there. Brilliant. Let's leave that one. For now, the only thing I want to do is put a vignette on it, and I do not know if you can do it on this or what anything does. Yeah, I don't know what does that do. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that's done. Oh, I don't know, let's undo it anyway. Let's go back to there. Okay, so there's been loads of buttons on here. I need to figure out what they do. Oh, there's a zoom in. What does that one do? Remove from quick collection. Okay, there's tons on here. Left 1, what does that do? Brush. Left 2, radial filter. Left 3, grad. Let's stick a grad in. Fantastic. Let's bring a grad in the bottom corner and darken the top as well, just for the sake of it. Cool. How can we adjust exposure? Yes. You can adjust the grad exposure there. Fab. Like that. Brilliant. So enter that. Excellent. Dead easy. Dead easy. The only thing I can't work out is how can I straighten that? If I go into enter, how do I get that angle there? I suppose I can I? Let's get that line straight. Yeah, I suppose I can. So I've got to use that. So yeah, as I go through, I'm just going to make a list of the things that I feel like I need and see if I can implement them in the shortcuts. But let's go to the next picture and edit this one colour. So let's crop her so she looks straight up a touch. Actually, do you need to press it or can you just turn it? Oh, you can just turn it. There you go. And zoom her in. Move her up. Enter. Cool. Now this one's going to say colour, so we want to up the reds, so I can slide the reds there. No, I'm not. I need to go to luminosity to just the brightness of the reds, or down to just the darkness. If I go nuts, I can just press the thing down, it resets it. If I go saturation, that's going to lift the brightness of the reds. Fab. And then the background's got a slight blue to it. So if I go to the blue and down, scroll that down. I'll have a click on these wheels, isn't there? If I scroll that down, that's desaturating the blues, which is the background. That looks more like almost like a spot colour image now. So what we can do is lift the whites up, which you imagine is a hat. I'll drop the shadows, give it a bit more depth. There you go, and I'll touch the exposure up again. There you go, that's that. Bring the shadows down a bit more. Bring the blacks down because I haven't touched the blacks. Get a bit of mood in the image. Nice. I like it that you can't see her face now. It's just like a silhouette. She's like it's a bit mysterious. And the reds are really, really popping. But I'm not sure if I like it too much. But for the sake of the image, we'll give it a go. What else can we do? Highlights. I'm not going to touch the highlights, but if I wanted to, they are there. So I could adjust the highlights there. And if I've messed it up, again, just press it and resets it. Fab. What else can I do? I could, if I wanted to, I could just have a look at one of these profiles, see what they do, but no, not a fan of that. Temperature, looks like got a slightly too warm, so cool it down a touch. There we go, like that. Now let's just brighten the whole exposure, lift the exposure again. Fan. See, there wasn't really much needed doing to this image anyway, so I probably would have left it there. But it's good because at the top here as well, I've got ratings. So I've noticed if I press that, it will go colour rating. So each of these will become a colour tab. If I press that, that will become 5 stars. And then press it again to undo. So this is brilliant. And then these two, one of them was, yes, there you go, you can flag. So if I'm editing a wedding or something like that, and I've got loads of images to go through and go tab, 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 and just mark off the ones I want. Brilliant. Happy with that. What else can I do? So for the sake of it, let's lift the shadows up, just see. There you go, just there. And if I don't like it, undo. Before and after, yes, look at this. I don't think it's quite straight, is it, that image? So what does this do when it's not in? Oh, that's dehaze. When I'm not in, if I'm in crop mode, that'll adjust the zoom. If I'm not in crop mode, that same dial, where's it gone? Yes, that same dial is dehaze. Okay, so they're all there. It's just a case of, what does D2 do? Sharpening, right, okay. Yeah, okay, so they're all there. It's just a case of remembering. But I really like it. I'm really, really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. Yeah, I wish it didn't have a lead, and I'll get used to the keys. I don't think the keys will bother me. I think it's just because I'm spoilt with the Apple keyboards. And obviously they've got the export button there. Just press that straight into that. Fantastic. How do I escape that? How do I escape that? I don't know how I escaped that. I'm supposed to escape there for now. Anyway, but yeah, really pleased with it. Just going to take some getting used to, like anything, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably know what the Loupedeck is, but yeah, it's basically just to speed things up. But as I say, it works on video editing and stuff like that, which I wasn't expecting. So yeah, there's a few things, well, a hell of a lot that it can do. So yeah, just getting used to it, I suppose. But yeah, very quick first impression. Like it. Just needs to have a play and get used to it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll put a link to the Loupedeck website in the description if you want to check it out. And as I say, this isn't a sponsored video, so I can't offer you a discount code, I'm afraid. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I've got a few videos coming out, and I'll definitely be editing the photographs with this. So in a few weeks, I'll be able to give you an idea of what I think with the thing anyway. So yeah, it's definitely portable. You definitely stick it in a laptop bag and stuff. And it's about just it's about an inch wider either side than a 15-inch MacBook Pro. So yeah, it's good. Anyway, I won't rabbit on anymore. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, guys. All the best.